Hey folks, welcome to Economic Observation. It is Saturday the 25th of April. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, today's video is sponsored by the Tanzania School Foundation, an awesome 501c3 nonprofit organization serving children born into poverty. Okay, there'll be more in the links below. Thank you so much. Let's get started. Today we're going to talk about supply chain and where I see this going. Right now, we all know that lumber has a supply chain issue. After the Suez Canal breakdown or blockage in Egypt last month, we've seen severe shortages to the logistical market. And what do I mean by logistics? Getting from point A to point B. It's not only lumber that we're going to see prices skyrocket. There's going to be a lot of other items that you need that are going to go sky high. Let's talk about it, right? People are talking about food shortages and the price of food going up. Today I heard that Procter & Gamble and a whole bunch of other corporations are raising their prices. So Procter & Gamble is from Pampers to Bounty paper towels to some cleaning supplies. And then we have its competitor who sells Scott toilet paper and Huggies diapers. And then we have a whole bunch of other, they even Cheerios to garbage bags. And everything is expected to rise sometime between June and September. So be on the lookout, guys, because I think if people get wind that, the prices are going to rise by 10%, there might be a rush on certain items and people might stock up a little bit more than they usually would. I think there's going to be a supply chain issue with food and general products that you can find in supermarkets around the country. And it's not only food products too. Another thing that there's going to be shortage on is going to be electronic goods. I believe we're going to have a problem with TVs. We're already seeing chip manufacturers. I think there's going to be a shortage on a host of items. Right now we have this just-in-time mentality. Years ago we had warehouses across the country that housed goods for Americans to last 6 months. Today, those warehouses are now shipping vessels, right, full of containers, like the Ever Given that was stuck in the Suez. It's just in time. Companies are not ordering in abundance, and they're not storing them in their own hands because logistics have been so readily and available. But that's all breaking down. And it's breaking down for a number of reasons. I went over the truck drivers yesterday. 28 cents a mile, it's just not worth it for someone to have a stressful job as a trucker for 28 cents. We are racing to the bottom, and it is the wages of Americans, right? There are just very, very few good jobs out there. And yet, people who have money and have those good jobs are racing to Florida and Hawaii, and in those states, and maybe even Arizona, there is a shortage of rental cars. Rental car companies used to charge roughly $50 a day to rent a car. In some of those hot spots like Florida and Hawaii, they're now renting cars for $500 to $700 a day. I even heard that in Hawaii, tourists were renting U-Haul trucks and U-Haul vans just to get around it and have some transportation. But the problem is there's a shortage of U-Hauls for the locals who need them for business. So again, that ties in with the logistics because there's just a shortage of a little bit of everything. But the shortage that I'm most concerned about, and not a lot of people are talking about it, but I think it's one of concern. It's pharmaceuticals. And I believe that there's going to be a shortage of that just-in-time medication. We already know that your insurance company only allows you to have a 30-day supply of what you need. That's right, 30 days. You know how fast 30 days goes? What happens when you take your last pill and your pharmacy doesn't have enough for the next 30 days? This is life-saving medication for many people. What happens when your medicine is not available? And it's something that we should keep an eye on. And how do we stock up on something like that? I mean, some of these medicines that people take are really, really expensive. But you can't buy an abundance of it. And this just-in-time crap really needs to stop. I don't know what we're going to do about it, but just keep an eye on it. And if there's any way you can buy a 3-month supply, do it. And then buy another 3-month supply when you still have a month left. I mean, just stock up on it. We can stock up on food. We can buy perishables. We can even buy the toilet paper. And if you need diapers, you can buy them now before the price hike comes in June, July, or August. Right? Stock up on some of those things because the price is going up. I'm not saying you can stock up on them for life. If you can stock up and save yourself, $40 by having some on hand and not having to buy them when the prices are really high or perhaps not even on the shelves, it's good to be safe than sorry. And listen, if worse comes to worse and they never run out of it, you can always use it what you have. All right, folks, just some things that I have been reading about and hearing about, and some things have me concerned. All right, thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Leave a comment below, like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day.